Hello guys, today I saw an interesting leak about the ability cards that might be added in the future Red Dead Online update, and who knows when it's gonna be. Anyways, there are 4 pictures of ability cards that are not in the game at the moment, and I want to discuss with you these possible ability cards. The source of this leak is tweet by Hazard, where he's showing these pictures of ability cards, and as far as I can tell, the last 2 are given by TezFans2, a well-known GTA and Red Dead Online insider, but there were no link to where he got the first picture from, so I had to actually watch his video at least for a few minutes, and it seems like the source of this first picture is some guy on a GTA forum, which is not a respected and trusted source, but still it might be true. So anyway, I will leave the link to the Hazard's tweet in the description, because that's the place where I got this information from. And now let's discuss. On the first picture we can see 3 different ability cards. First one, pink one, is a moment to recuperate. This ability card is actually in the game at the moment, despite the fact that many people don't know it because rarely someone uses it, while other 2 ability cards, green one and yellow one, are not in the game, they are unknown. So I'm not gonna try to guess what these ability cards do, because first there is no name of the ability cards shown, and second we can tell nothing from picture, and even more sometimes Rockstar is messing up the pictures, like it was with Sharpshooter and Gunslinger's Choice. But what I can tell already is that the green one is not gonna be a game changer, because green one is a restoration ability card, and we all know that restoration ability cards are pretty much useless at the moment, unless they have multiple effects like Iron Lung or Peak Condition. Other restoration ability cards are losing so much to the tonics, so there is no real reason to use them. So maybe this green one is gonna have multiple effects, but if not, well, who cares then? Unless they will nerf tonics, of course, and I hope that this will happen. The second ability card is yellow, and that's much more interesting, because yellow cards are damage cards, and I actually like when there are new damage ability cards, because the more damage ability cards are in the game, the more builds and some interesting setups I can create for PvP and PvE. Anyway, on this ability card we can see a head that is melting, and also a head that is melting too. And I think, or rather hope, that this ability card will increase damage of our headshots. But you might say, hey, wait a minute, why do we need extra damage on a headshots? Headshots are one-shot kills anyways. Well, not from any distance, but the most important thing is that this ability card can actually help us to counter slow and steady tank builds. Because now a person who is using slow and steady level 3 health tonic and few additional defensive ability cards can easily survive more than 10 headshots from a revolver or pistol, and it's not okay. So maybe this new ability card will make it possible to counter these tanks and kill them not in a 10 headshots, but maybe in 2 or even 3 headshots. Even 4 is okay. Unfortunately, I'm not sure whether some guy on a forum is a valuable source of information, so I'm not sure whether these ability cards will be added to the game, but TezFans2 is more trustable source, and he also leaked 2 ability cards pictures, so maybe it's true, and maybe we will see many new ability cards. Anyway, this ability cards even has names, and the first one is called the Eternal Flame, and of course it's a yellow card, it's gonna give us some extra damage, and the most reasonable guess for this one is that it's gonna give us extra damage when we're using some flame weapons like fire arrows or throwable fire bottles. But if it's true, then well, this ability card is gonna be pretty useless, because it doesn't matter how much damage we have when we're using fire weapons, because damage doesn't matter too much when we're using fire arrows, and when we're using fire bottles we're doing it just for fun, because all these flammable bottles are pretty useless in my opinion, and extra damage won't change anything. So if Eternal Flame will work like that, we will just gonna get another pointless ability card that no one is using, just like Short Game or Hangman. But there is a way how they can make this ability card pretty useful. So imagine if with this ability card each time you are dealing damage, you also dealing some damage over time. Not big damage over time, just small one, just like a little bit of a damage, but for 5 seconds, for example. And what it's gonna give us? Well, our opponent won't be able to drink a tonic for longer, and that's gonna give us some reasonable advantage. Especially if on the higher tiers this burning time will be bigger, like 7 seconds and 10 seconds on a level 3. Then personally I would probably use these cards in some situations. But to be honest, I think that this card will just increase the burning damage and will be useless. Anyway, the last ability card is the most interesting one. It's called a Person of Convention, and again, from the name or from the picture it's not much we can tell, but this one is a Dead Eye card. And that's pretty interesting because we never had a new Dead Eye ability cards in this game, and the new Dead Eye ability card can change a lot. It can actually change anything, especially if we're talking about PvP. It can bring new meta to the game and it can make the PvP fun again. Anyway, I have no idea what this new ability card will be doing, and if you have some ideas, please share them in the comments, we can discuss it then. But I just hope that this ability card will be good and will bring something interesting to the game. But my final conclusion is, even despite I like the ability card system in this game, I'm pretty sure that only adding new ability cards is not gonna be enough. We need more content, way more content. Only new ability cards and one lame role like a photographer won't change anything, and consider that probably most of these ability cards won't be any good. But I hope that soon we will hear some news about the big upcoming Red Dead Online update, and there will be many spoilers about the new content. I'm an optimist, as I mentioned before. Anyway, let me know what do you think about these leaked ability cards, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. See ya, goodbye.